Hey guys, I'm Jason the X for SCNS Live, and you can see me back here. And this is the figure review of the Star Wars The Black Series speeder bike with Biker Scout. Now, I went to my Toys R Us last week. I found Jabba, and I found Anakin over at Collected, but I found this guy today over at my Toys R Us, and yes, this is a $40 figure, but however, this is really great. God, this is I loved the speeder bikes in Return of the Jedi. And I was really happy to get this thing. So let's set him to the side, this awesomeness, and let's go ahead and take a look at the box that it comes in. And it's, like I said, it's a minimalist box. There's our Biker Scout over there. Very small lettering there. And there's nothing ever on these boxes. It's just the Black Series. And we got a little bit of a trooper in front of the bunker. And there's a look at the bio. So, yeah. So let's take a look at this flying death trap in the comics now. And I didn't notice this before, but there's actually a clear stand. I don't know how well that's coming off my white background, but I think it looks even cooler there because you can't really see it that much. So anyway, let's take a look at this thing from fin to afterburners. I mean, look at the detail on here. Now, one of my favorite toys when I was a kid was my speeder bike that actually blew apart when you pressed this button here, but this one doesn't, let's be thankful, and you can actually put his feet into the little stirrups here. So yeah, and these actually lift up in the back. Well, this one lifts up a little bit better than this one does. I think it has something to do with the molding there. And there's a soft plastic, but even the scoring on it, the detail, just really, really great. I mean, all around. You got the buttons here, the control panel here, even the underside, which let me take it off this thing for a second. Come off of there. The underside of it, it looks really good. They hid that ball joint really well. That's what it was pegging into. And yeah, even the guns got a little bit of articulation here. And the fins in the front. Yeah. Got some detail up here. And oh man, this thing is great. This is what $40 Star Wars figure needs to be. Now there it is sitting on the ground. Okay, but it does come with this nice stand here, and what you see is like 3 points that you can put it on. So you can put it up like this for a really high one, down. All of them work with the speeder bike. Of course, the tallest one is the most unsteady, so I'm actually going to use the lowest point to show this thing off. So just plug it in. And also about the long one, it's very soft up here. You can see it kind of moving when you're twisting around, but it will flex back. But you might want to use a little bit of caution when it's hollow in here. But so you just throw that in there. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, the speeder bikes we had as kids, they couldn't stand up at all. They just kind of stood there. Or no, they just kind of laid over because you couldn't put them up against anything. Now, of course, the Scout does come off here. You just unpeg him here. And he actually does peg in at his boots into the straps. We'll get to that in just a second. But here is our Scout off of the bike. And he's got a lot of nice detail. Although this was a little warped, and it's because of the packaging. It really presses down in this part. So I'll take a hairdryer to that later, but I want to show you guys. You will get some warping due to the package, so just use caution with that. So he's got the big pouches here and the little skirt pieces on the side here, but really great detail, especially with the black kind of cloth material here. Nice knee pads. He does have his gun there. The boots have a lot of nice weathering on them. Very dirty. They almost go a little bit too from white to this dark, like too suddenly here. And he's got some on his knee pads here too. Like everything up here is pretty much white, and you know he's got that little bit of brown in there. And the backpack, I do have a little bit of a paint breakup right here. I know you can see that, so they got that red stripe right there. Yeah, and this part is actually, the belt is actually a separate piece. I think this can come off. I just haven't tried. It seems like it's not made to, but it does have like a break here, and it is a separate piece. It's got this strap going underneath him here. And for an accessory, he does come with this teeny tiny blaster. Look at it. It's adorable. which he can hold in 2 of his fingers. So yeah, there you go. Oh, Han's laughing somewhere. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and just put that back in there before we lose it. So, articulation-wise, he does have nice rocker ankle joints with got a little bit of friction. I mean, a ratchet joint in there. Peg inside the foot. Twist at the calf. Double jointed knees, and they really help because his feet can go really far forward. By the way, to peg into those pegs on the speeder bike a little bit better. Got thigh articulation. That's as far as he can go as far as the thighs. These do kind of hinder a little bit, and it almost seems like I had them up too long because they're kind of warped. They will warp because that's just because of the way his legs sit on the speeder bike. No waist articulation, but that's probably because these pouches are like connected to this belt. He does have a torso joint. It's a little restrictive, but he does have it. It's mostly just to go back. But he can't go forward because of these 2 pouches right here. Got a ball jointed head with a hinge. The shoulders have a ball joint, but they're hindered by his armor here. Double jointed elbows, and the wrists go up and down, and we'll make a full 360. So yeah, not bad on the Biker Scout Troop. Get a look at him just by himself here. And for comparison, the only Stormtrooper I have, although I'm going to go get one from Collected because they have one. Nobody go get it before me. So, yeah, here he is with the Sand Trooper. Come on, Sand Trooper, stand up. So, yeah, he seems to be a little bit shorter than the Sand Trooper, but not by much. It seems just a little bit. So, yeah. Now, onto the bike itself. Like I said, really nice detail on this thing. The only point of articulation on this is the gun. It will make a full 360, and it's got that hose kind of from there. These are actually of a pliable plastic. It's not that pliable though, and it seems like it's not hinged. I don't know if it's loose or what, but it will kind of go up and down. But I take some caution with this area here. These flaps on the back, like I said, this one moves up and down pretty well, but this one it's hindered by this pack that's on here. And these are also a little bit pliable, but I would use caution with them just in case. Like a lot of plastic on here, it does have a little bit of a give to it. I would just, like I said, be careful. I'm mostly worried about this front piece here. This it's not a brittle plastic. It feels very solid. Nothing about this feels like a cheap plastic though. I gotta say, it feels really good and looks really great. Like I said, with that stand, I mean, like I can put it back there. Look, it's floating. You can't tell. You can't tell. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's my review, guys, of the Star Wars The Black Series speeder bike with Scout. Really great figure. If you can find this guy, go ahead and pick it up. Until next time, guys, I'm Jason the X for SCNS Live. Catch us every Thursday. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Oh, and like and subscribe. Pretty please.